Hello there. In this video we're going to do a logarithm word problem. So this one has to do with the relative populations of Spain and Portugal, and we want to know how long it's going to take until Spain is 5 times larger than Portugal. Alright, so there's the relative information, and we're interested in population, so let's have the population of Spain, and we're going to compare that to the population of Portugal. And we want Spain to be 5 times larger. That means that I'm going to have to take Portugal's population and multiply it by 5. And that should then equal Spain's population. And now we can start converting these and write equations for them. So Spain's going to start at 46.8 million. We'll count in millions, so let's write it as 46.8. And it has a population growth rate of 0.1%, so that's going to be 0.001, because up here it's a percentage, and over here I need to have it converted to a decimal, and that's going to be raised to the tenth power. Portugal, there's that 5 out in front of everything, but Portugal's got a population of 10.5 million. It's okay if I write that as 10.5. I don't need all the decimal places. And it's experiencing decay, so we have to convert that 0.3 into a decimal. So that's going to be 0.003, and it's decaying, so if it's losing 0.3%, it gets to keep 99.7%. And we raise that to the tenth power. Okay, so this is what's equal. I want to solve for t. I'm going to have to get t's by themselves. We can go ahead and multiply that part together at least. So in the next step, I'm solving for t. I want to get t by itself on one side. So let's divide this side by 0.997t, and that thing we're going to divide to the other side too. Okay, so I got both of the t's on the left, and at this point comes trickery. We're going to kind of factor out a t from the exponents there, because it's in both numerator and denominator. And if I distribute through here, that t, it goes to the numerator, and it goes to the denominator, and I would wind up with what I have here, but now that t is just in one location, so we should be able to solve for it. If you want to, you can divide these. It's a pretty ugly number. That's also a pretty ugly number, so I'm not going to clutter up the page with them, and I'm just going to continue to work with them as these fractions. But I want to solve for t here. And to do this, there's going to be some base switching involved. I can only use logarithms if I have something base 10, so I need to get this to be base 10. So to get this as a base, 10 to some power is surely whatever this is, and the power that you would raise it to would be the logarithm of that 1.001 over 0.997. And you could type that in, and you would see that that is indeed this number. So all of that becomes all of this, and we're still raising it to the tenth power, which could then multiply through and get next to it. That's still equal to that side there. So let's build a little divider here. We're going to go over to the left, and, well, we'll just expand out that first part there, and we'll multiply through by t. So at this point, I got t up there in an exponent. It's right next to this whole stuff, and what we're going to do is we're going to take the logarithm of both sides. It's the logarithm of the left, the logarithm of the right. Now, on the logarithm of the left, I got log of 10 to some stuff, so I'm just going to wind up with that exponent there. That's the beauty of it. And solving for t, I can simply divide. So at this point, it just becomes a big calculation. You got to type this in, make sure that you're ending your parentheses appropriately, otherwise you will get something really strange. So you might want to evaluate this first, get what the numerator is, evaluate this second, get what the denominator is, and then take those two numbers and divide them. I'm going to type that in now. And I'm seeing that t is approximately 28.7, so that's going to be in 28.7 years, then from wherever this original reference point is for those two populations. As long as these growth rates stay constant in 28.7 years, Spain's population is going to be 5 times larger than Portugal's. And if you want to, you can type in Y1 the Spanish population rule, the Portuguese population rule, and scroll down to 28.7 and see that that is around where it's hitting 5 times bigger. Okay, I just went and did that, and it looked good. Thanks for watching. Character and Scholarship for Life.